Hello, my name is Hal Ruth, and I am the President and Chief Strategist with Equalizer 9. We are a consulting firm dedicated to the architectural, engineering, and commercial construction fields. And today is the first installment of the Equalizer 9 Tip of the Week. Before I tell you the tip of the week, I thought it'd be a good idea to tell you a little bit about the company since this is our first installment. So what we're all about is helping architectural, engineering, and commercial construction companies to improve their profitability and growth. That's simply put what we do. And we do several things, but the two primary things we work on, one is strategy, is helping you to develop a strategy and helping you to execute a strategy that makes sense. And here's the thing, most of you have a strategy, or you think you do, but that strategy is really a to-do list, and usually it's just trying to fix problems. What strategy is really all about, it is to make you different. It's to help you beat the competition, and it's to help you become unique and have creative competitive advantage in your marketplace. And so that's what we do. That's what we push you to do through a couple of visioning sessions and strategy sessions to draw out how we're going to be different. The second thing where you make mistakes so often in your strategy is while you have a strategy, you don't have a real execution plan. And so our strategic framework is built to create accountability and follow-up. And also, it's very simple. In fact, one of my clients recently told me how simple our process is to follow and to execute compared to what they were doing in the past. So, the second thing we do that we bring to you is we help you become an elite level revenue generating machine. You see, most companies in the AEC world win at about a 20% rate. What we teach you to do is to consistently be 40 to 50% in your win rate. And this is proven. We have systems and techniques that do this. And so if you would go to my website, you can see a few case studies of how we've accomplished this in the past. So let's just move right into the Equalizer 9 tip of the week. And the tip of the week is winter is coming. And what I mean by that, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you know exactly what this term means because it's been drilled into you over and over, winter is coming. But what I mean is that we are going to face a recession. It's inevitable, it's coming. It's part of our business cycle. We have been up too long, and it's time for that dreaded recession word to come back. But what we're all about today, and we're going to talk to you about today, is winter's coming. How to recession-proof your business. And so we hope that this next recession is nothing like what we experienced in 2008, and we don't think it will be. However, if we're only down 1% in our GDP, our industry, the AEC industry, gets hit harder than any other industry. We may be down 10%. So we cannot be reactive and react once we're in the recession. We have to be proactive now to recession-proof our businesses. So we're going to talk about 5 ways that we can make ourselves recession-proof. The first way is we need to diversify against the grain. Now, you know what diversification means, but what do I mean by diversify against the grain? Well, here's an example. If you're a construction firm or design firm or engineering firm, and your focus is, for example, retail, multifamily, and hospitality, and you say, well, I'm diversified, those are 3 sectors. But the problem is, if those 3 sectors move parallel with each other as it relates to economic cycles. When one is down, they're all down, and so you're down. What I'm saying is you need to pick sectors that move in a different direction in the business cycle. So when one sector's up and the other one's down, and then when one's down, the other one's up, so that you can have more predictability in your revenue. An example would be you do private developer work. Well, private developer work swings wildly as it relates to economic cycles. When we have a downturn, they go down. However, the public sector, public qualification-based CM risk selection, tends to go in an opposite direction than private developer. When private developer goes down, we're usually trending up in that public sector work, and vice versa. Makes for a great hedge. Now, I can tell you why that is. We won't get into that today, but if you want to call me or email me, we'd love to talk to you about why that is. You can also pick sectors that are Great Recession hedges, period. In other words, sectors that tend to not fluctuate with the economy. Healthcare would be an example. However, the last recession, healthcare was down with everything else because of all the uncertainty around the Affordable Care Act. But typically, healthcare will hold its head up through any economic cycle. So I'd love to talk to you about ways and different sectors in which you can hedge against and go against the grain. The second thing, a way that you can recession-proof your business, is to have a deep understanding of your backlog. And here's what I mean by that. I might ask a client of mine, how much backlog do you have now? They may say 200 million. And then I may say, well, what years do those revenues fall in, that backlog? And they don't know the answer. What I mean by having a deep understanding is when I say how much backlog you have and you say we have 200 million, where does it fall? They go, how 70 million is in the balance of 19, 70 million will fall into 20, and the remaining 60 million will fall into 2021. They have a true understanding of where their backlog falls. The reason that's important is if 20 and 21 might be the recession years, we need to be building for 20 and 21 today, not reacting when we get into 20 and 21. Because if we're reacting, trying to find revenue for 20 and 21, when we're in the midst of it, I can promise you that our margins will be skinny and we'll be taking on way too much risk. So that brings me to the third way that you can recession-proof your business, is increase the amount of negotiated work that you win. And this takes sometimes a culture change if you are a hard bid shop or select bid shop. And the reason it's important to increase negotiated work wins is because it gives us predictability in our backlog and in our future work. And so I'd love to talk to you about that as well and how you can do that. There are strategies to drive that. And I have been a part of companies where we have completely flipped the model from hard bid over to more negotiated. And so now we'll get to number 4. The fourth way that you can recession-proof your business is to unpack your profit fade issues now. What I simply mean by that is, hey, your revenues may be great. Your volume is fantastic in this great economic environment we're in. But you may still have significant profit fade issues. And even though you're making a lot of profit, bottom line, if you look at the percent of your net profit as a percent of your total revenues, it may be below the industry average. If it is, you've got some issues either in profit fade or in your pricing model, both of which you need to unpack and figure out what's wrong. Because when the recession hits, we can't have profit fade and we can't have our pricing model incorrect. So that's number 4. And number 5 is we have to increase your win rate. And you need to start working on the processes and techniques to increase your win rate now, not waiting till later. Because here's the thing, the companies that know how to win at a 40 to 50% rate during a recession will take work away from you if you're not prepared. And you can't react when the time comes. You have to prepare now. So those are the 5 steps in which you can recession-proof your business. There's a lot of other ways we can do it, but those are just 5 things I'd like to share today. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at hal@equalizer9.com. Also, you can email me if you'd like to be on our mailing list where we will send out the Equalizer 9 tip of the week each week. Great talking to you. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. Goodbye.